Hi there! So today we are going to take a look at the Castel Arts 24 colored pencils, the Botanical set. So maybe you know, maybe not, the Castel Art has the 72 sets, but you can also buy the bigger set, the 120, but they also offer you to buy separate sets like this one, like the Botanical one. Then you can also buy some other sets, and the thing with these sets is that if you buy the individual sets of these 24 pencils, then you do not have to buy the 120 set, because the pencils are the same. So if you have the 120 set, then you do not need the separate sets. But I had only the 72 set, so I really wanted to see which colors come in this Botanical set, because I thought it would be nice, and the colors seemed really interesting on the package. So here what you see is my swatch of the 72 set, and now I will just mark the pencils that are already so the pencils from the 24 set which are already in the 72 set, and the ones that are new I'm going to swatch additionally here at the end. And there were only, I think, 6 new colors. All the other colors I already had in the 72 set, so that is really something to know. It's a good thing to know. So if you, again, if you have the 120 set, you don't need to buy the separate sets. But if you really only want to try these pencils out and you buy a smaller set, then probably, if you do like them, maybe it would be the best to continue buying the smaller sets and not the big one, because you will get a lot of double colors. But if you like them so much, then it's not a waste, because then you will have a reserve color. If you use one up, you will have another one, so that is also not a bad thing. And with the Castel Arts, I actually really like these colored pencils. I maybe even, yeah, I like them a little bit more than the Brutfoner round ones. I did another review, so where I tested this 72 set, and I also have a video where I compared it to the Brutfoner round ones. So if you want, you can check that one out and see what I'm saying, why I like these more. And in those reviews, I used couple of different papers to check my colored pencils, because it is really important to find the right paper for your colored pencils, because sometimes you can try the pencils on one paper and then you will be disappointed and you will think, they are so bad. But the thing is that maybe only the paper is not right for those colored pencils, so you do have to try different kind of papers. And in my case, I really like the Strathmore tanned paper. So this one, I have both. I have the gray one and this one. I have this toned tan paper, and I really like the paper, and I wanted to see how the colored pencils perform on it and if they will stand out, because as you see, the paper is not white. Uh, when I'm coloring with colored pencils, I do like to use solvent. So I'm using the Zested colored pencil solvent. So with that one, you can move the pigment around. So in that way, you cover the paper, so you don't see the, let's say, the white spots of the paper. But in this case, because the paper is already tanned, it will not come through so much as it would a white paper. But nevertheless, I still like to use the solvent to just to mix my colors nicely. It is really nice, because then it becomes like, it's not like watercolor, but the colors just mix really well. And the colored this Zested colored pencil solvent, so check it out. I mean, I think you can buy it everywhere, I'm not sure. but it was not so expensive. So I think the small bottle is like 7 something like that, the 120 milliliters, and 125 actually, I think. And you can also buy the bottle for of 250 milliliters. That one is maybe 10-12 euros. But the thing is, I have been using this one bottle, whew, let's say, I think for 1-2 years now. I haven't used not even half of it. What am I talking? Not even 1/10 of the bottle. So you really need just a small amount of that solvent. So at the end, when you think about it, that also those 10-12 euros, that's not a lot, because you can go a long way with that one bottle. And what I'm actually doing when I'm using the solvent, I have a syringe. I think it's called syringe, yeah. And then I just take a small amount out of the bottle, because you do not want to put your brush into the solvent, because otherwise, then if you have some color pencil residues on your brush or something, that will go into the solvent, and then of course you can how to say color the solvent. So that is not good. If you later need to use it for the white color pencil or for yellow, and then the solvent is red, that will not be good. So what I'm doing, I'm using a syringe just to take out a small amount of the solvent. But you can also maybe buy some other bottle, which is like a dispenser, from which you can just put couple of drops. Really, you only need, for let's say for this one flower, I used maybe 6 drops. And I'm really not even drops, it's like 3 drops, I would say 3 drops, because I used the solvent 3 times. So one time, then I go over, then I let it dry, and then I go over with the color pencil again, and then I use the solvent again, and then I repeat this procedure until I notice that actually I cannot put any more color pencil, because I'm actually lifting up the color when either with the pencil or when I'm using the solvent. I notice that there is like a lot of color remaining on my brush. That's the way when you know you need to stop, so you do not need to put any more layers, because then you will actually more destroy your drawing, because it can happen that you just really move the color completely around and color some parts which you do not want to have in that color. So that is something you need a little bit to practice, but it's not difficult. And yeah, so I just tried, as you see here, draw some flower, some butterflies, just to see how these different colors which I had perform. And it is really nice set, because you do have a couple of darker colors, and you also have these brighter colors. So I would say, for the beginning, this set would be enough. So the colors are really all nice. There were not some really like pinkish or something, which are usually, I cringe when I see those colors. But all the colors here were really nice. So in my opinion, if you want to try these colored pencils, I think this botanical set is a really nice one to start with, because as I said, you can still mix the colors and lay the colors on top of each other, so you can get nice saturation or nice darker parts. So yeah, if you want to try Castel Arts and do not want to give a lot of money or want to buy the whole set, I would really recommend this botanical set one. So I hope you enjoyed this, let's say, really fast, short review of the 24 Castel Art colored pencils, the botanical set. And check out my other videos if you want, and see you next time. Bye.